crash right off the bat, right off the rip. Right off the rip. And we know exactly what it is every time. It's always this OBR server. Let's get rid of that. That should be it, hopefully. Funny timing. Okay, I'm back though. And let's try to continue this purchase that I was doing. All right. Funny. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my card for now because PayPal. PayPal. But if you're there, Thorn, my apologies, my whole computer crashed there. That was funny. What was it? Your stream cut off? Yeah. Just if you are young, and I think that definitely should be a. I mean, I think that just generally I'll have to avoid any sort of overt or flirtatious uh, things on stream, just because I think now that I'm really thinking about it, it's like I can't know how old people are, and I think that that can get tricky. It can be a very complicated situation. So, um, but I don't know if you were joking that you were that age or not. But either way, I think I just have to avoid uh, entertaining. It's not the unalivenment thing. I'm almost 20, by the way. Okay, gotcha. Well, definitely, I think the jokes of self harm or suicide. It's I know it's a very serious topic. Okay. Yeah, I was like, I think that joke kind of got lost in the wind there, and I was like, it made me reconsider. Like, okay, I can't know. Like, if someone just comes into the stream and does that, I have no idea, uh, or I can't know. So let's try this again. It's not working. Do I require the Discord? Yes, so. But anyway, for the self harm things, yeah, I think that's definitely something I would want to not be talked about lightly on stream or even earnestly. All right, there we go. I mean, we're almost B-Day twins. August 1st. Fun enough, I share my birthday with my cousin, which feels cool. OptiFix. Download that. And then I'll go to client work. August 2nd. Nice. And drag that there. Well, here's the August birthdays. Only 8 months after winter. I wonder what happened. Felt so crappy yesterday. Good morning, Jester. Hello. We're getting the tail downloaded, so just getting that set up. I think this is the blend file. Yes. Well, just keep in mind that those feelings do happen, and it is best to exercise. I know I say it all the time, but I am a mad proponent of running because oftentimes I feel super depressed and then I run. And it helps. It genuinely helps. Decide to download the tail asset rather than rebuild it. Yes, that'd just be simplest. So grab that and then pop that open, Blender. Best to just get what is desired. Exactly. Ta-da! What is the stats on this? Oh my good. Wow. That is definitely unoptimized. Okay, let's see the other version. They said there's an optimized one here. But yeah, I'll just download it, get it exact. There's no reason to um, not have it be perfect. Perfect. Right. Okay, so we have that now. It's better. It's still a lot of triangles. Still a lot of tries. But that is optimized. All right, let's open up Era. And sorry, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Here we go. And we're going to go ahead and make a new collection here, which we'll call tail asset. And then we'll do file, append, not link, append, assets, fluffy tail, optimized, collection, tail base. Put it right there. Okie dokie. Can't see bones? I can't see bones. And then does come with a material for the fluff, material for the base. What does the UV map look like? UV editing with Ozzy Boy. Interesting. Okay, well, I will do all these, or at least clean them up. Bam. And straighten. Bada boom. I don't really need to do this just yet, but just knowing that I need to do it, it's kind of encouraging me to. Blender is hard. It's true. There's always something new to learn, which is enticing and intimidating. 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 But hello, everyone. Good morning, by the way. I haven't said that just yet. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. See how fast that happened? We blinked, and now it's towards the end of the week already. What the heck? No more blinking. No more blinking allowed. Yeah, F10. Blinking is not allowed anymore. No. I guess that is actually, the weeping angels from Doctor Who. You blink and time goes by. It's like, that must be the metaphor for it. But I haven't watched Doctor Who, so that may be exactly what they're saying in the show. I'm just not quite a fan of. I could never really sink my teeth into Doctor Who. Weep. Weepy. Oop. And that way. And that one. And that one. That's gonna fuck it up right there. They all have the tip messed up. Okay, a little bit more cleanup, but nothing too bad. Not all of them do, just a few of them. Go. Oh, I really think people should use subdivision surfaces a lot less, or understand what errors they give a little bit better. Because like towards the tip of, also hello Arctic, good morning, happy Thursday, hello. Um, but this kind of stretching here you only see on subdivisions, subdivision modifiers. This little star shape. That's a subdivision artifact. I don't know why they've triangulated some of the bottoms of these. That's intriguing. Intriguing. Right, we get all of them? Almost. This one should work. A little different though. Okay, now we can invert our selection. And then we need to go and deselect the triangulated edges. What's my favorite color? Man, it really depends. So it kind of comes and goes. So my favorite colors over time have been um, like a turquoise, teal kind of color, like a, and then I like dark green, like a mossy, deep forest green. And honestly, recently, like a bright yellow that became very appetizing to me. Like the little, ever had Runts candy, like the yellow banana. Like I start like tasting that banana uh, flavor. Doesn't sound right, but like look at yellow and I'm oh, seems like a tasty color. I find that color and shapes and forms do seem to I appreciate them in a way like I want to eat them. Like it's not like a oh that's beautiful. It's more like I want to consume this piece of art. In a very literal sense. Like if I could eat a piece of art, I would. I would go out of my way to crunch it. Like Monet's the little like pointillism painting. That looks tasty. I would eat that painting. Perhaps that's synesthesia. Not quite. Probably not quite. Well, that's something I would say when I watch my top man. Fair. But how about just a color? Just a single hue. Pin and straighten. Looks like they all worked except for a few over here. Bam, bam, bam. Definitely heard similar stuff, to be honest. Yeah, there's something about it. Our animal brain wants to consume. Consume! This one's still fucking up here. Don't see what else could go wrong with that one, but I will just deselect it. So we can just straighten first. See what breaks. This one's still breaking too. All right, this one's collapsing. This one's a little more expected though. I'll just deselect this part. All right. I think that works. And if anything else is broken, we'll figure it out later. But that's a good start. And we'll come back to that later once we're worried about it. Worried about rigging it. But for the base of the tail, I will actually just overwrite that with, we'll just call this era body. I mean, I like deep navy blue, like darkish. That's a great color. That's a great color. Hello, Era. Welcome. When I was traveling, I went on a cruise 4 or 5 months ago now, and it was really cool to see the ocean and kind of just like up close too. I feel like I never quite had seen it up so close. All right, look at that. Cool stuff. And we get rid of this guy. And then actually, let's hide. I should have saved this before deleting anything. 5. Yeah, we're still sculpting. Man. But good morning, Era. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having an amazing day so far. It's going to be a good Thursday. Going to be a good one. I think I'll include this with the wings. These objects. These will go into the wing collection. There we go. All right. So we kind of want a position. Actually, I'm going to Alt-G, Alt-R, Alt-S. Just return it to 0. And then we'll only adjust the bones. So that'll make a little bit more sense in a moment. Then we'll put our cursor right there, 0.6 AS. I want the tail a little bit bigger. Personally, I want the long tail. That looks pretty freaking cool. Pretty freaking cool. Tempted to check the vertex count, but that won't make sense just yet. All right, so the main thing we need to start today for Era, for our cosmic critter here, is the clothing. Big tail bestie! Okay, tattoos and itchy face playing guitar, even though I shouldn't. Fight the system, Era. Fight the system. Play guitar. Row, row, fight the power. It's funny. That's so scary looking. This weird pupil that appears when the mask is on. So it looks at you. That's awful. That's scary. All right, clothing. Let's make a collection for the clothing. And I need to review clothing itself because I think I To be fair, I am chancing damage to the new ink, but it's fine. I'm a professional uh, guitar player, tattoo wearer. Um, Trillo. All right, that's not too bad. Okay, so the clothes are relatively straightforward. Look a little bit closer at them. Yeah, it's just a suit, big shoes. So we can go really stylized with this. Push it that way. Um, Mask. Just reviewing all the clothing descriptions here. Just clothing, business suit, and okay, perfect. The suit is kind of neat. It is neat. It is neat. It's satisfying. The big reason I don't see myself having F2, I cannot handle itchy scabbies. That makes me itchy thinking about it. I keep going like, oh, I want a tattoo, but I know I would scratch it. I know for sure I would. Like, as much as I would want to resist that, I get the feeling that I would. So I got to be a little careful. All right, let's hide the wings and the tail base for now. And we'll start the clothing to sculpt. So I can't select the body. And clothing, we'll make one more collection. Or no, we'll just call this sculpt jester outfit. And we'll start there. Okay. First things first, we'll take a circle of 8. This is my favorite way to make clothes and what I would recommend to do making clothes. I'm more of a baggy oversized clothes enjoyer, something very comfy on my body. I think for me, don't think about clothing enough. I guess it is just a game of comfort for me when it comes to clothing. I suppose if you have no preference for clothing, that means in general choosing whatever is most comfortable. So that would summarize me and my clothing choices. Though I probably should take some time to actually have some sort of sense of fashion. Ah, tis Riz. Um, that's me. I've given myself bruises and scabs from rubbing itches through clothing bites in summer, and so I don't fancy my chances. Yeah, and I used to get little like skin tags just from the collar of my clothing rubbing on my skin. My skin's a little sensitive. I'm gonna take these reference images and we're gonna raise them up so I can see the clothing a bit better. Good morning, Sky. Hello. I'm not that of a fashion guru, but I wear what's comfortable. Good. Good. That is what it's about. Comfort is important. But also, good morning, Sky. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Hope you're having a good start to the day. Extrude this up. This is how I make pants. Extrude, collapse, delete the top. Pants. A booty. Just put through. Delete these. Thanks, yes, coffee. Good, good. You should, well, all right. Did I miss something there? That's nice. Use the bandages. I do. You can't scratch it. Gotcha. Yeah, that booty was strong. Strong booty. Space those. I don't know. I'm very used to it by now, so maybe I discount my thoughts a bit. After all, I'm that heavily tattooed territory. Certainly, uh, people have an ability to. Some people have a strong ability to resist scratching. The scratching. The booty jump scare. Oh, oh God. Thump. Someone's asking about my hard surface and organic, if I would charge more for doing hard surface stuff. And I think I don't because I still use a lot of subdivision even in my organic workflow. So it still feels pretty natural to work with modifiers and or subdivision workflows and stuff. If this was a bug bite, I would be going nuts, but honestly, it's not quite that bad. All right, all right. All right, so there's the pantaloons. And we'll just start on the base of the jacket as well, and then we'll separate this into, we'll duplicate it because we'll use just the base we have here for both the clothing, for both sets of clothing. This will be pretty similar. But genuinely, this is how I make clothes every time because it puts the seams in the right spot for making nice little details. I have a septum piercing. It was really hard for me not to play with it or touch it, but now it's healed and I can play with it and take it out off anytime. Like the bowl, like a Eben. Though also mosquito bites are localized and ink is not, so I don't know. I do have tattoo envy. I just know I can't be trusted with the healing needed. We got a lot of scars where I couldn't leave scabs alone. Then I got allergic to the glue in most plasters, so I got scabs from that. Interesting. That's a bonus. That sucks. For most, when you say plasters, would that be from like building or from like bandages? Hydrocolloid plasters. Bada boom. Plaster is the English word for a little glue strip with a small patch of felt thingy you put on sores. Okay, interesting. Um, I don't think we even have a word for just the goop. Americans just got the goop on it. I guess we'd call it like Neosporin or something. Medicine. Not a great place to be then because you open air heal eye tattoo, but then you might itch and can't use that second skin stuff. Sucky. Second skin stuff. That sounds made up. Or part of a horror movie. Not that I don't believe you just said. That's kind of a like a gross phrase. The second skin. The second skin. Band-aid? Yeah, we use a lot of band-aids here. It's like Kleenex, the terminology wise. Let's see. Band-aids, even when they use other brands. We're just won over by corporate hell. Uh, uh, I really want to get an industrial piercing, but my current workplace does not allow earrings, necklace, bracelets, or any kind of accessories, including piercings. I don't know about my 20-point Jacob's ladder. Sanoderm transparent band-aids, also known as second skin. It's used in burn healing. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. And tattoos. Industrials are a pain in the ass to heal. Literally. Well, they can be literal. That can be a literal statement. I'm. This is very. Well, I don't know. Should I tell this story? Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell it. I can't resist. Uh, like, how is it to get a tattoo? Is it painful? I've never had a tattoo. I don't plan on getting one because I'm too scared. I'm squared. No, it can't. Well, no. Literal industrial is a specific type of piercing, nowhere near the massive ear piercing. Duh. Gotcha. Gotcha. Right. All right. So we got the basic clothing outfit started. So now what I'll do is actually going to duplicate the hierarchy, and then we'll call this one Sculpt Suit and find that one. That'll be our starting point. Why are we talking about tattoos and piercings? Because Eric got a tattoo. That was the tattoo I was showing off on stream the other day. Era's in the process of healing. Of healing. Point 5. Emotional and physical healing. Both. Both. This looks a little sharper than I would expect that to be 0.25. I mean, you know, tattoos are kind of like a way to, like a motion. It's a catharsis. Tattoos are catharsis and like an affirmation of yourself. All right. So that's the start of that. That's the pants. And we also have some shoes for both of them. So I'll start with a cube. Shoes are always so funny to make, especially for, thankfully the pants are big enough that they'll look normal. Also, to whom it may concern, yes, it can be painful, but it depends on where on the body and your pain tolerance. There are spots that are generally not bad, but still stings. But it depends on you. TLDR, yes, it hurts, but can be from getting pinned to, oh God, please kill me. You just gotta toughen up. Just gotta get tough. Don't be a baby. I'm just kidding. Let's actually use the relation to put the cube, put this shoe directly on the leg. So if I do this, then it will be exactly fitting. It'll fit exactly. Then Alt P, clear and keep transform. That will be good. But do I flip it now? Yeah, that'll be fine. That's actually -1. That should flip the whole thing. No, so I have to flip it, flip the rotation. I guess that'll work. Bam. Hey, you know what? I think I will redo this and start from scratch. My second piercing was just a short but intense experience. Yes, my eyes were wide. Let's just let punk, and then you go in. If you want a safe place to get at too, they're really bad for most. Upper arms, commonplace, a lot of flesh, usually isn't too bad. Get something low detail. I'm one in a tattoo idea I've been entertaining, or that sounds fun to me, is like the Matrix things, the little sockets down the spine, like from the Matrix. But maybe that's a little over the top. But I've been thinking about that one a lot. Seems a little goofy, but maybe We'll see. I have to think about it more. Bam. All right, start of shoe. Hit it with the subdiv. Boom. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Spine painting is a pain point for most. Yeah, no, it sounds painful, especially on like your lower back. I just know I need to cover it in damn armor if I want one because I absolutely scratch it till it bleeds. Just straight jacket, tattoo straight jacket. Do you know there's an extreme body modification that consists of PP slit lengthwise? Yes. Also, don't do that. Oh, extreme body modification that consists of a PP slit in four lengthwise. That's not. It's hard to call that like a like it's that's not like it's like oh like a normal body modification. It's like no, just someone decided to do that. Like it's not really a standard, right? It's like one guy decided to do that, and so it's not a thing after that point. It's just one guy did it. Oh no, thanks. Well, I pass. This is something I do not want. All right, some basic shoe blockouts. I'm actually going to duplicate this again and also send it to the suit. Okay, now the gesture foot is curved and it's got a little tufty on it. So we will make that. I think we take this one and this one. Makes a little bit more sense if it's the whole thing, actually. This. Yeah, that looks more correct. Most extreme body mods have something to do with the private part. I don't know. I mean, there's that guy like the alien in Mexico or whatever, and he's like cut off his fingers, and anyway, it gets pretty intense. Uh, there's certainly a range of what people do that I personally don't understand. They are free to make those choices once they, you know, like so that's really what you do. Go for it. But that's definitely on like another level of intensity. Shoes. Oh my god. Jeez. What do I think of tattooed eyeballs? And like when they change the like color of the iris and stuff. Whew, that seems intense. I just wouldn't want anything like that near my eyes. It's like I already have bad vision. I don't want a chance making it worse. I remember this girl I knew. This girl I knew went to the Philippines or something and got her eyeball, the color of her irises changed. But she basically flew to this country that she's never been before, got the color of her eyes changed, and was blind for basically a week in a country she's never been to. It's like, you know, that's very different. There's a little more to that than just the idea of the tattoo or that change itself. But that's some risk taking behavior. You can risk turning blind. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Pass. I think the well, bam! Look at his little booty, little booty shoes. So charming. A little bit more platform. I think I'm just kind of feeling it out. I should probably look up some reference at this point of actual shoes, but that's a good start. Tis a good start. Okay, now what we'll do is start on these close. So this is very rounded. It's very comical. I mean, it's a little chibi drawing, so we'll have to keep that in mind. But it seems to me that it's kind of high-waisted. Me after lobotomy. I mean, that all being said, I'm 100% for and looking forward to uh, like human augmentations a la Deus Ex, the video game and stuff, Blade Runner, that kind of stuff. Give me a robot body now. I want it now. Definitely eyes. Like you're talking about like changing the color of my eyes? No. But if I could get a genetic edit or uh, swap out my eyes eventually, I will do that for sure. Like for because I know that my vision will only get worse with time. I guess we'll do a bevel right here. No. Yeah, maybe. We'll bevel. I can't decide if I like that. I don't think I do. There's no difference. I could just run this down here and then make this the creased one. That's the same thing. Yeah, that's fine. Leave that there. Yeah, no hesitance when it comes to yeah. I would because they're saying they're doing genetic edits right now to give people color vision, like full color vision. I'm like, I want that. I want that. Give it to me. Transhumanism. This one doesn't really need to be too detailed. I'll definitely give it a mirror mod. I want to be a robot. See a little bit more of the other gesture outfit right here. I'm not going to do the springs. That would be very difficult to do in chat. But Resonite, definitely possible. Definitely possible in Resonite. What isn't possible in Resonite? All right, let's add a bevel mod as well. Set to weight. Set to percent. And then select similar, crease, and bevel it. Nice. My laptop's overheating, Sam. You got too much Riz. All right, Max. Sorry for being a conversation changer every time I come in here. Oh, no, you're totally fine. I'm gonna sit down. Sit down. And we'll do this one. Scooch it over. All right, pretty good. See it with the body really quick. All right, now let's try to make this a rough little curved thing here. Which will be interesting. I think I need a circle with more. So like a circle of Look, I like the extra objects, but that's annoying that the menu is so bad. Just let me select the curve. The circle. I did it again. Oh my god. $16. There we go. Whew. That was a struggle for some reason. Where's the loaf? She is sleeping. Most definitely. It's a rainy day. It's funny, my cat doesn't go outside at all. But she knows when it's a rainy day, and she is going to stay bundled up. Sure. Subdivide. Bam. Select, checker, deselect. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So it should be 5, 3. So close to getting that right. Boom. There we go. Actually, it should be 1. There we go. And then we can select the faces and point to go to the normal and scale them like this. And that should be pretty close now. Then 1, 2, 5, 7. Okay. There we go. I keep forgetting. Should just be sunny. All right. Edge loops. Z or Alt S. 0.8 Z. There we go. Nice. A rough. A rough and stuff. How many languages do I know? I'm definitely a cat person. I love dogs. Cats are the way to go. I love dogs. I don't like owning a dog. But I do like owning a cat, and I love cats. As for languages, I know Spanish, little bit of Japanese, a little bit of German. That's it. I really couldn't say that I know any more than that. Weeboo language, online Weeboo language. I know that pretty well. Uwu, Uwu speak. Leet speak. Arigato. uh, Chika tetsu wa doko detsu ka? Bam. Just OW Sam. Just Al Sam. With my American accent. Chika tetsu wa doku desu ka? Bruh. Kore wa. Kore wa. I bet that would be a popular gag. When I go to Japan, I will go out of my way to talk like just so make some people laugh. Oops. 6S. Bam. They won't laugh, but they will. I will make them. Nani wo shiteruda. I do not know this phrase. Do not know. And wait. Local. Doing daily vlogs in Japan. We'll get there someday. Someday. And we'll lower this down. I want to curve it. It's going to be hard to make this match up. Actually, I really should raise this. Instead of lowering it. And, well, no. All right, that's pretty close. And then we'll duplicate it. Well, the cloth down here is a little different. It's not a ruff. It's just like a little skirt kind of deal. So we'll make another circle. Move it down. Scale it in. If you ever go to Japan, make sure to go to public onsen where you have to strip and bathe in front of many people. I don't think you have to. It's just expected. Required by law. Be naked. Selected, deselect. That's what? There. Right, like this. There we go. Then scale that. Move the outer ring down. I think we can just subdivide this and it'll work pretty well. Maybe one more subdivision in it. Or, we'll take this and bevel all the edges. Not quite. If I ever went to Japan, I would have to go in winter. I feel like I've been conditioned to the humidity here in Texas, and basically I'm like invincible now to the. That's a lie. Huge stigma tattoos in Japan. They seem them as only something only criminals get. They were even illegal for a long time. Nice. That looks good. And we'll copy this over. And now we've got a ruff and stuff. All right. Stigma is so bad that a lot of places ban folks with tattoos entirely. If I would though, I'd go to private onset. That might get a little expensive. How's the weather like in Texas right now? It's rainy, humid and warm, but rainy. Excuse me. I guess I don't want to rip there. That. Bam. Then we'll take the inside here, extrude it and shrink it, and copy this over. Bam. Just gotta wear them down, you know. They see enough of them, they'll get used to it. I am joking. I'm being facetious when I say that. The clown costume is definitely giving clown costume vibes. The best kind of vibes. Clown. It's a whole clown community on TikTok that are obsessed with clowns and clown makeup. Do, 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 do. All right, I want it to be separate like this. So I think we're going to take the vest and make it separate. So we'll take this spot here. Duplicate it and separate it. And then we can flip us or turn on a solidify. And turn off the mirror. And that way we get these two separate pieces right there, which look pretty good. Then we'll select the border loop and crease it. Beautiful. We get this nice little edge right there for free. Though I'm going to redo that because I should have included these faces right here. But before I even do that, let's finish up the inside here. Make this a little nicer. Something that goes right up to the neck. Juggalos? Almost. A little different. TikTok is a place for sad beige moms. Gang gang. Bam. Okay, almost there. Almost there. But no, not quite juggalos. More like honk, honk enjoyers. But for clowns. Goo goo gaga. You leave Lady Gaga out of this. Oh, all right. There we go. Fits over the body nicely now. And then, yes, those are even scarier. Do people have, does anyone here have a fear of clowns? Like, specifically a fear of clowns? Always intrigues me because it feels like a very uh, somewhat silly thing. Not to. Where's the gentleman goo goo? I have a love of clowns. Clowning. You're clowning. I feel like there should be a collar and that the rough should go into the collar. Something, some part of the outfit that actually connects, at least implies the connection. In here. Or gentlemen, or just men. Not specifically, but I respect the fear factor. Gentlemen that are gentlemen. Hello, Jester. Welcome. Hello, hello. Separate that. Grab this. Tap A, S, E, S. Now we've got our little thing. Rough. Another rough. Tube. Tube. Something like that. Hello, SLMBN Alparent. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hello. We're on a few different channels right now, so if you hear me talk to people other than Kick, I'm on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter as well. So, gentlemen, what about gentle, non-binary, gender non-conforming people? Those generally are gentle people. I would say they're generally the most gentle people you can meet. Right. Let's solidify that. And I think we'll need to kind of go that a little. All right, he's looking pretty good. Pretty darn good. Now that we've got kind of everything set up a little, let's actually leave the gesture suit here, and let's switch to the suit. These should be the other collection. And let's start on that suit. First things first. Shoulders. Important stuff for a suit. It's giving Roblox an enemy. I like it. I'm very excited for the stylization of the suit. Point 6 ESGZ. Move that up a little. We can start the collar. I mean, we might as well make the collar completely separate. So we'll still keep this, but we'll have it overlaid on top of this. In fact, I'm going to delete. Let's think. So the suit comes together the middle, and then we have the, so I can delete this section right here, and then this is probably where the suit will actually come together, like that. And then we can make another little collar and apply the other objects in there, which will be fun. And since this is also suit, we'll make it a little sharper. Give it that pointy suit elbow I love so much. Bam. See a jester or something? He is the incarnation of fun. Boo ne tam olarak ne yappy your son. Hello, welcome. Do I listen to music? Not while I stream. Not while I stream. But hello, are you from the Philippines? Sounds like Tagalog, but I'm not 100% sure. We're working on making this character right now for VRChat. But usually my favorite type of music, metal, progressive metal. It's my absolute favorite. Polyphia, I believe that's their name. So good. I could play a little bit of the music I like to listen to, but it may not be everyone's jam, so. All right. So it's Goat by Polyphia. Also, Tim Henson's amazing. I don't know. We're listening to a song already. Hopefully it's not too loud. I can turn down my music. It sounds like experimental rock. It's like it's very good. It's so good. Yeah. I can't tell how well y'all can hear me while the music's going, but yes, this kicks ass. But, I mean, the whole crew is really good. But yeah. But yeah, anyway, that's the song. Um, Gonna look for now. Sam, have a good day. Sounds good, Era. Thank you for hanging out. Definitely enjoy your day, and I'll be back in the afternoon. But yeah, I love that kind of metal. Progressive metal is usually what it's called, or math rock, or stuff like that. Usually metal that's more about the um, less about the singing, a little bit more about the melody. It's awesome. It's great. Definitely check them out. Banger. Definitely is. Also, um, this is the guy that makes all the songs. This is the lead singer right here. Or not singer, lead instrumentalist. He looks like a straight up anime character. Like Death Note has nothing on this man. Saw a video with an awesome retopology method using a cube with subdivision and skin mesh, sticking to the body as extruded parts. This sounds like Doom's sigil, but less metal. It's like a, yeah, Doom. I also love Doom. Jim Gordon, musician there, amazing, powerful. But also, hello, Magnus. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. And separate this piece. It's going to be our collar for the shirt. But yeah, I'll actually probably be doing my retopology for this character um, tomorrow. So if you're interested in seeing my method, it's pretty straightforward. I just use like standard editing and subdivision. No subdivision actually, just shrink wrap. That's kind of my main way to go about it. Take this one. I was a big metal enjoyer back in the days. Now flipped to dark or synth a bit more. Heck yeah, that's awesome. But I was into black, simple, epic, speed, trash metal. That's my jam. Yeah, that's what I grew up listening to, and there's just something about metal to me that really tickles my brain, gets me. I feel like there's a lot of music that doesn't. There's a specific sense of like space, like physical space that metal gives me that I have yet to find in a lot of other music. But outside of that, there's I love Aphex Twin music like that, a little more experimental. Anything that gives me the brain tickles. David Maxim Missick, also a great musician. How did you make the edges of the clothing look thick slash layered? So this is with the solidify modifier right here. So if I apply that, it'll look a little thicker. I like to make sure it's pushing inwards on the thickness, but it is the solidify that's really doing that. All right, now I'm making the sculpt version. Um, so this will be the very, very high poly version of the model that we're creating right now. And then we'll uh, sculpt it, give it a bit more detail as time goes on. Um, Basically, I'm getting everything ready to sculpt for the clothing. This one I actually don't need the solidify on because we won't even see it. It always seemed to fit so seamlessly. Well, good. I definitely try to avoid gaps, and then of course we'll be baking it all into a texture in the end. So there will be no gaps in the final version, for sure. Oops. But I really like to build up magnets. I really like to build up like a full sculpt. I've just again found time and time again. It's like you can do absolutely everything with just box modeling or subdivisions, but retopology kind of splits up the thought process. It's like instead of finding the shape and the correct topology at the same time, you first find the shape, then you find the topology, and that really simplifies things. It's like a may feel like a burden at first, but it really it's what I would recommend the most because it just helps you think about it. Oh, my back's hurting. Bada boom. Okay. Move that down. Let's make the collar. Actually, I don't need it to be pointed. Not yet. Now we're going to make this little section. So we'll just take this top edge, duplicate it, separate it. This one I will solidify. Again. Oh, man, my back is just killing me right now. Cool. I'll be right back. I'm going to get some water. Okay. We're back. We're back. I love to mix metal music and epic fights. It always seems to fit seamlessly. Absolutely. They're built for each other. I would love to see more anime that does metal. Like metal anime that like it feels relatively unexplored. And it shouldn't be. It should not be. What was that one arcade game with Bridget I keep seeing her on Twitter. Guilty Gear, I think. They have metal and it works really well as their like soundtrack and stuff. But it's more of a fighting game, but still. Nice. Button. Yes, thinking of Final Fantasy, then children fight with Sephiroth. Yeah, exactly. Ah, gosh, we need more metal. Requesting more metal. Bow now now, bow now now. It's gonna be stuck in my head all day. I request more slowcore. Metal and Symphonic Orchestra, OMG. Exactly. Have I ever used Vine? I don't think so. Yeah, 90% sure I have not. Not 100% sure. 90% sure. I mean, I've seen a lot of Vines on YouTube after Vine died. I think it's kind of an inflated, kind of like, interesting. Interesting. I feel like I should use a bevel instead. I'll leave it for now. All right, let's make these pants sharper and straighter. Make the crease in the knee. Actually, pants just kind of go straight down, very comic style. Down. So do something like that. I think for these ones, we will go ahead and do relax and space. Same with the top, relax, space, and the middle. Make it fit a little bit nicer. Okay, heck yeah. And then for the knee, I will crease it again. Move it forward a little. All of these can kind of be squished forward. Metal. Metal. Has anyone ever seen there's a bunch of skits by Pete Holmes. He does one called the X-Men, EX-Men, like they're getting fired. It's very funny. All right, let's give this one some thickness too. All right. Very cool. Now we can make a little cuff. Bam, bam, and separate. Alt S, S, push it in. Let's rotate it a little. Let's give it a nice little slant. and a little bit of a squish. Maybe the other way. Some nice rounding, and turn down that thickness. There. Classy man. Squish it in. Okay, nice little cuff. Would this one be cut too? A little sharp cut. And that looks kind of nice. We'll keep it for now. I can always remove it later. Easily enough. Vertex crease 0, 0. Then, on. All right, looking sharp. Give them a bit more resolution for when we cut the body a little bit later and start sculpting pants. But let's make those shoes now. So, businessy shoes. Something like that. Deselect, pull this up. Time to crease a bunch of stuff. That rhymed. Alrighty. I like it. Crease that. We got some good. What is extrusion? Extrusion is when you take a face and you push out another set of faces. So like from the side here, let me turn off the subdivision. Extrusion. So I'm like taking this face and pushing out more faces. More faces. Poker faces? La. Ga, ga, ga. All right, looks dope. And let's make a circle now of 8. Subdivision surface. Solidify. Actually, we're going to make it really small in a moment, so. Interesting. Subdivide first. Solidify really messes it up. Then solidify. Okay, Shift Tab with rotation. One there, one here, at least one here. Probably a few more. For suit the buttons. All right. Let's assign some colors. Everybody move your feet. Pants are a slightly different color, but that's okay. Bam. And we copy material to selected. These ones get the button color. Bam. All right. And then lastly, okay. I like that. Good. Good start. So take another look at the gesture outfit and assign some colors as well. So we'll do the dark color for the pants. Is this sleeve. Interesting. Different colors for the sleeves. And the vest too. So we'll probably do that after. Well, I make the material assignments after sculpting because we'll need to sculpt, then separate, apply all our modifiers and stuff. It was my favorite season. Do notice the suit jacket is a different hue of purple. It is indeed. Excuse me. Favorite season? I don't know. I guess spring? I mean, autumn's pretty awesome. It's like not cold yet, but everything's kind of all the, yeah, I guess autumn. Yeah, I guess autumn. Autumn's pretty good. It's just a contrast between the stylized little chibi versions. Really like winter because cozy. I can only stand being cold for so long. Don't like being cold. After a while, if I had to choose between winter and summer, I would choose summer. Be surprising because I know some people really do not like it, but I would rather be overly warm than overly cold. Rather be overly cold than overly warm. Hello, Kaberic. Kaber Trek. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're working on this Jester character right now. This is going to be a VRChat avatar. And we're just slowly getting our pieces into position for making this character. But let me know if you have any questions, and welcome. I hope you're having a great day. Welcome, welcome. I might do another cup of coffee this morning. I'm feeling dangerous. Feeling dangerous. I'm just a dangerous kind of guy. That's a lie. That is a lie. How did this button get over here? Well, whatever. We'll take it. Give me this button and put it right here. Pablo, hello! Back and better than ever. Well, welcome, welcome. Found everything out about all I needed. Wow. You found out everything, everything you ever needed. That's amazing. That was a lot of things. Do you work on any new projects, Pablo? We're working on a little jester guy right now. He's coming out well. We've got the outfits we're working on. We've already done a lot of work on the sculptures and the tail and stuff. They're looking pretty dope. Pretty dope indeed. I think he needs some sort of belt in order to prevent having the rough just kind of look, just like sit in the space. It needs a little, just a little connecting point. Same with the top here, which we did. This whole thing needs to be adjusted so it doesn't clip. We'll select side of active, invert, delete, add a mirror up here. I used to struggle on making textures, and I found a video about UCU Paint and Krita that literally changed my life. Well, good. Good. Those are great tools. Those are fantastic tools. I believe someone shared that in the Discord here, in my Discord. I think that was Namers. Shout out to Namers for sharing that, or someone. Hopefully I'm not shouting out the wrong person, but it's tough because we want the sleeve thing here, but we need it to be small enough that it doesn't clip. I mean, some clipping is going to occur no matter what, but we'll minimize it as best we can. As best we can. Beautiful. That's pretty good, actually. What are you working on right now then, Pablo? Making any cool stuff? Oh, I deleted this. I see. It is actually just missing the geometry. Currently doing Naruto buildings. Exciting, exciting. Someone who comes by the stream, Hanma, shout out to Hanma, uh, worked on like a Naruto fan game a little while back. Can't show you them, but I will maybe when all of them are finished. Well, I look forward to that. That is exciting. Always good to have projects in the works. It's a good feeling. Ooh, thirsty. Okay, I think we're getting pretty close to just doing some sculpting now for all of these outfits. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and make another backup copy. And we'll say pre-cloth sculpt, just to differentiate it from all these other ones. All right, hide that. Sculpt gesture. First thing we'll do is not. We're going to separate the arms. So that's got to be what we do. So we'll rip this here, select the arm, and separate it. So now this is its own thing. And then this here, what we want to do is turn off mirror, merge, so we get these separate objects. Then select the boundary loop, increase it. Turn up our subdivision a little. This is going to be what we see here, which is these two separate clothing materials. Something like that. And then, yeah, we'll go with that for now. So we'll take our mirror, put it at the bottom, apply our subdivision. Let's turn up that subdivision one more time. Right about there. Apply. And then we sculpt. We're going to sculpt some creases and stuff, make it look good. Still a little low res. So let's back up one more step. Hit it with 5. Oh, this is all backwards. It looks kind of bubbly because of the solidify. We need to push it that way. Yes, we do. All right, just a little bit of sculpting goes such a long way in making it feel like cloth. It goes from this big, smooth, simple shape to something that feels a little real. Sitting down again. Whoa. All right, let's look at this one. So display wire. turn up the subdivision here. And I'm under the impression we do have one solidify. Nothing's getting merged, so this should work out pretty well. I actually could probably put the mirror here. And we'll apply it now. Then go in with that sculpting. Just make some nice little creases in a few spots. I don't understand why you are working standing up, bro. If you sit for 40 hours a week, you start hurting from sitting. So you kind of have to switch it up. It's definitely a wired challenge. But I usually it's really about switching off. It's like, it's not that I like standing, it's just that I need a break from sitting. And then after a while of sitting, I need a break from sitting, so I stand. And just kind of rinse, repeat. But yeah, if you work from home and or work at a desk for decades, you'll feel it. You will feel it. What desk do you have? It's some Chinese, cheap Chinese one. Um, I don't remember the name, but I got it off Amazon for like 200 bucks, which compared to a lot of standing desks was a pretty reasonable price. A lot of times standing desks are like crazy expensive. Good tip for us. I will try it too. I sit for more than 9 hours a day. It's good. It gets you engaged. One thing I want to try is getting like a small, very small treadmill so I could actually walk while I work. Sounds really weird, but I think that it would be very beneficial. Just kind of, especially after lunch, just get my brain engaged and focusing. Um, too much sitting is no good. No good. All right, that's looking pretty good. Nice, some nice wrinkles there. Then we'll go to our subdivision here. You should be able to see the amount of interesting. It's got to be like 4 or 5. Apply that for now. 4 or 5. One more subdivision. Let's say 2 more. Apply. Ooh, it's dense. Dense mesh. That's okay though. Good for what we're doing here. I may have to make like another sort of band or something to imply that it's like sinking into the fabric. All right, a little wrinkled. Does have creases for sure. I think I'm making them a little too small. It looks more like a lumpy piece of clay. And I don't like that. Let's smooth this. Oh, do I have to redo this? Let's go ahead and hit a multi-resolution, unsubdivide once, apply. Just so it's a little bit easier to work with. I made the resolution too high. There we go. That's better. Do I have an account on ArtStation? I didn't see when I searched your name. I should have one. Sam Dutter. That'd be a little sad if it's showing up in the searches there, but this is my ArtStation right here. Let me share that for you. Yeah, I make characters for VRChat, which is a social VR game, and I do this full time. So if you're trying to get into character design work or something like that, VRChat's a great place, a fantastic place for this kind of work. Hey, no problem. I'm gonna just see if I can get the wrinkles to look good. I'm having a tough time with these little wrinkles. I might do something else and come back to this because it's my tablet pen pressure is busted. That's why. Oh, there we go. No, it's not. It was just that I didn't have the radius. Let's see. I was like, man, I just feel like I'm not having the control I would expect to have. Also, I don't know if anyone was here when I was messing around with the medium sculpting yesterday. Adobe Medium, or Modeler. Modeler, not Medium now. It was super cool. Super interesting. Definitely think that if y'all like the idea of working or sculpting in VR, you should check it out. Very cool stuff. I'm probably going to be messing around with that a lot more in the coming this year, just over the course of this year. In general, do more work in VR, more work for VR in VR. There's actually a contest going on right now for any creators, VR creators out there. What was it called? Multiverse. It's the MMC 24. Metaverse Maker Competition. Are you going to participate? I'm very interested. Uh, and there's over $14,000 worth of prizes. Um, I don't know why all their documents are just in Google. It's a little weird, but um, interesting. Pencil drawings are terrible, like my very expert about VR, character drawing and Unity, so you deserve this respect. Thank you. I feel quite proud of my pencil drawings. Um, yeah, metaverse. Oh, what a name! Metaverse creator thingy. So I'm thinking about doing it. I think I'll do something in Resonite for it. They have a narrative category, so I was thinking of doing some sort of like short, something like that. That would be very fun. Let's turn on mirror for this one. And we'll add more subdivision, maybe two more. Why? So I'm going to be able to get more detail out of there. Interest. I see. It's the solidify again. It is giving me different results. With a solidify modifier on a sculpt, sometimes it just gets a little messy. Like that. Maybe inflate instead. Just want some more wrinkles on here. Leave that one alone. We will leave that one alone. All right. Now for our mesh here, what we're going to do is put the subdivision above the mirror. This will give me an interesting advantage later, having them separate. That will crease the top like that. In fact, I'll probably do all my pins unmirrored now. We'll see. Too heavy. Oh no, you know what it is? It's because I have the mirror on. If I didn't have the mirror on, it would work just fine. Do, 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 do. Nice. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Bam. Hello, Golden Butt Witch. Welcome. Sup, Doc. Hello. Not too much. We're working on some character sculpting right now. We're making a jester fit. But hello, welcome. How's your Thursday going? Can't believe it's Thursday. I don't want it to be Thursday. Oh, strength is super high. That's why. Some wrinkles on the butt. Let's turn off the material. Boring as usual. It's just how it goes some days. Well, hopefully you'll find some entertainment here. I can show you the full character in just a moment for where we're at. I think you'll get a kick out of that. Are you familiar with VRChat? I believe you've come by before, actually. Golden, that sounds familiar. Sounds very familiar. I want to work on my Vox model, but I'm just not feeling it. Yeah, I know VRC. Okay, heck yeah. I mean, if you got a Vox model, then you know. No. And I think we'll do a little bit of incline a knee. A little bit of form under this, maybe even for the butt too. Oh, I stood up because my chest was hurting. Sat down after a little bit, my chest hurting again. Hello, sorry for the trouble. Hello, Angel Launder Wood. I like our free software for promoting your channel. I appreciate that, but no. I think came to the wrong channel to just spam mentions. So do you retopo these or keep them high poly? Oh, retopo is a must. It is a must. These. Oh, jeez. Scared myself. But yes, retopo is definitely a big part of what I do. Um, it's my main love now. I've just been gushing over how much I love it on stream. It just feels much better than kind of trying to figure things out with all this other shenanigans. Um, it just feels good. It feels very good. Feels like I can be very exact with what I want to do. How do you keep the fine details then? You'd be surprised. I think retopology, normal maps, exactly. So baking, if you're unfamiliar with it, is the process of extracting those high poly details and saving them into a normal map or smoothness and stuff. So um, baking texture scares me. Well, you're welcome to. I'll probably be getting to retopology or baking next Monday, this upcoming Monday for this character, and I'll go through my whole process. So maybe we'll make it a little less scary. It's not too bad. It is not too bad at all. Usually this works better, but I'll be able to close up that gap afterwards. I'll be able to close that gap up. Let's get a little bit more details painted in and move on. We'll just apply a nice knee shape. Kind of getting Kingdom Hearts vibes right now. All right. That looks pretty swell to me. Okay. What we want to do now is make these stripes, because I want those stripes looking good. So looking at our model, when we look at this, we can see there's kind of this groin difference between the two. Separation on the groin. So do I make the stripes go all the way up, or are they stopped by something in the middle? Like right here. I think I'll have them be stopped. And I should, looking at these proportions, I feel like I should lower this more. Do the sharp. A little bit more like that. Yeah, it's kind of cute though. I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, I love baking. But we'll go over the whole process. And I found a way. I found the best. I do use Substance Painter for baking, so I don't do it in Blender. I find that Blender is a little bit more trouble than it's worth when it comes to baking. Other than that, I absolutely adore Blender, but I've had some difficulties getting it to bake properly. Okay, that looks pretty good. Again, I want to make the leg. So what we'll do is get rid of the mirror modifier. We're then going to duplicate this and flip it. Oops. Like that, and then flip the normals. So now we have two leggings. They intersect. Will I bake that properly? That'll be interesting. We'll be able to do it. I can just duplicate the high poly, delete half, etc. Rather than the trouble of baking in Blender and selling an arm and a leg for substance. Well, doing this full time, it definitely has saved me enough time and energy that I think the money has been well spent. But certainly up to your preferences. Certainly. So I'd like to extract the stripes directly from the character, but I think now that I'm thinking about it, let's actually make a circle. Well, I guess it'd just be, I might as well just make it a plane. SGY. And we're going to make these stripes right here. We'll add a shrink wrap to it. Target the leg. We'll add a subdivision surface before the shrink wrap. Make sure this is above the surface. And we'll give it a solidify to give it some thickness. Nice. Okay. Then what we'll do is just make the stripe manually. So I think there'll be 4 stripes. 1, 2, yeah, really only be 4. And we should switch this to project individual elements. Makes it a little bit easier. Okay. You're a lot less lazy than me. I would have just texture painted the stripes. Lol. Well, that's one of the benefits I found for retopology is by making it geometry, I can isolate it later after I've baked it, and in a way that I don't think you can do as easily with uh, without it. So like hard to describe, but basically when you have an object and you have it be a different color, like this, we have the white stripe, you can isolate it after you bake based on its color. So very easy to mask, change things. I just find it's like if you're going to take the time to make a mask in with painting, is that easier than making the geometry in Blender? It's a closer trade-off than you might expect at first blush. Just saves time. Just saves time. I'm just lazy. I'm just lazy. Just gotta be find efficiencies somewhere. Man, it is a little thick though, so let's turn down that thickness. Don't want it quite so thick. All right, we did that one. Now we're gonna do this side. I'm just gonna quickly block it out so that I can grab the whole thing and say boundary loop crease, shade smooth, make sure it's facing the right way, and bada boom. Yeah, definitely let me know if you have any questions, Golden. Um, I love discussing Blender and all that jazz. So if there's a specific process or a question you have, I'd be happy to answer. And anyone else out there, anyone that might be lurking, I know you're out there, lurkers. I know you're out there. Oh, this is gonna be cool. I can't wait. Can't wait. Let's get some nicer edges. So add a bevel as well, set it to weight. And then once again, we'll target the boundary loops and hit them with the bevel weight. So we can go into percent and just get a nice clean edge. Nice clean edge. Yeah. Was it a commission piece? It is. It is. So it's a client commission. Pretty much only work on client commissions. I'd love to do my own stuff eventually, but I'm kind of lazy when it comes to making stuff for myself. I do this full time. I think I might have said that already, but just in case. It's hard to remember sometimes when streaming if I've repeated my or said something before or not. I'm a my brain just turns to mush after a while. Mushy brain. All right, that's quite satisfying. Also, just you're asking like why make the geometry or kind of we touched on that. It's like it's just satisfying when you have like a really high poly model at the end. Like it's just very tactile. I'm your biggest fan from India. Well, hello, glitchy gamers. Welcome, welcome. Much love. Thank you for being my fan. And hello. When you started and made portfolio, did you have to put work that you were not entirely satisfied with? Absolutely, absolutely. I think what you want to keep in mind when you're making work for your portfolio is like usually the latest work you've made is probably your best, even if you may not feel like it. usually your skill kind of comes through because you are increasing your skill by doing this all the time, but just working, making artwork and all that jazz. But yes, I don't think you ever, and a lot of times too, it's like, especially if the work you have, or maybe it's better to say, especially if you're applying for a job where you have work to show off for that role, but it's not necessarily your first choice for a job. Like, say you really want to do concept art, but you get hired to do graphic design. Not that there's anything wrong with graphic design, just that if you had your eyes set on a different art job, but you don't end up over there, you know, a lot of times you are, or not yet, you know, it's on your journey. You're right now, you're getting a different job related to what you do, but not exactly what you want to do. That gets a little uh, interesting because you end up making work that you get hired for other stuff with that may not be necessarily your first choice. Um, I never made a crazy high poly model before, so I never really had to bake textures up it for game assets. Well, you'll enjoy it. Once you get into it, it's fun. It's super satisfying to it's kind of, it is it is almost like when you pull the baking out the cook cake out of the oven. Oh, I made this. You're a real pro. I learned Blender from you only so much. Thank you. Absolutely happy to help. Um, and certainly let me know if you have any questions. There's a lot more I feel I can share. We're growing together. We're growing together. Dope. That is satisfying. Okay. Yeah, but if you've never made like a very high poly model, just go for it because like it once it all starts clicking, it really does feel there's something special about it. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say for last. But um, are you self-taught? Yes, yes. YouTube is uh, my college, my dojo. Maybe not dojo, but it is my university. Um, Pretty much everything I've learned from just farting around on YouTube. All right, let's make this diamond pattern now. So they all touch. That's going to be interesting. Also, asking because wondering, should I do new projects for portfolios or improve the model that I'm not satisfied with? Um, when it comes to portfolios, to know what you want in your portfolio, I think it's best to, you always want to put in your best work, of course, but you can always adapt a portfolio to a specific role you're applying for. Make a custom portfolio, not in the sense that you're doing a bunch of work beforehand. Sometimes you may need to, but just like, okay, these pieces I'll put in my portfolio for this application, or these pieces for that application. You'll kind of adapt what you have per role. Um, but I think you should always be looking forward to something. You know, you could spend time to go back and restart a model, but I think that for me personally, I always like doing a new project. So if that's the motivation that if that's where you find your motivation as well, probably best to just do a new one. Because then it's exciting, you're having fun, you're doing something new. It's not so you're not you're not you're not making the folio tedious. So because it's just important that you are able to come back and do the work again and again. Any tutorials you recommend off the top of your head? Um, there was never any tutorial I watched that taught me like a complete process. I think what really inspires me uh, to recommend is just like time lapses of like concept art is really cool to watch people put together. And it always gets me like in the mood to like, oh, I want to put something together. That's a good one. Trying to think of what else. It's hard to say. There's not many tutorials that just like come to mind. I have a few on specific topics for myself, like weight painting and stuff like that, for avatars. And those are helpful. Uh, Not necessarily my first, not necessarily the first thing that comes to mind when I think of a tutorial, though, like that to just do. Just learn as you go. I do think usually I'm looking at tutorials when I encounter problems. So the tutorials I look up are just based on what problem am I encountering right now in the project I want to do. Like, okay, I really want to make a character for myself. So I will start that, but I don't know how to do this. And so I'll look up a tutorial for just that one, to just try to figure out that one thing. And eventually you end up watching a lot of tutorials doing it that way. Because there's certainly always more to learn. You'll never reach the end of that uh, part of it. For Blender, oh, you're asking Golden for Blender? But yeah, there definitely is no end to the learning. It just keeps going. It's a very steady march of continuing to learn the whole time. And so that's what I would say when it comes to learning is like just expect even even right now I'm constantly looking up tutorials. There's no point in your career where you never have to look up a tutorial anymore. So it's like it's one of my main critiques like college when they or schools when they teach math and they don't let you use a calculator. It's like, do you think mathematicians aren't using calculators? It's like I don't get it. It's like I should you're like giving you're preventing us from using one of the main tools that uh, mathematicians use. Like you wouldn't expect a mathematician to go and not use a calculator. So why do you expect students to do the same thing? Anyway, that's totally a tangent, but I think it kind of highlights the the idea I'm trying to express. So yeah, just find something you want to do, and then learn the things to do that thing you want to do. All right, so now we have this pattern that we've created over the leg. And what we're going to do is kind of retrofit it into this diamond pattern. So basically we'll take the diamonds, the squares here, and turn them into diamonds along the whole length. I'm going to apply my shrink wrap. So now it's there. And do we have even spacing? Do I need even spacing? I'd rather have it be even. So we'll go ahead and select edge loops and say space. Space. This makes me want to move these down. What about motivation? Do you ever find yourself not wanting to make something? There's certainly a lot to be said for you just have to decide to sit down. Um, I don't think there's ever going to be like a perfect thing to motivate you. You just have to decide that it's something you want to do over everything else. Um, that's part of it. The other thing is a lot of times what that reflects is you have an unhealthy relationship with how you work. Like you do like a binge bust cycle of like a lot of energy and then no energy, a lot of energy and then no energy. What you really want to establish is your own personal health, like uh, running, exercise. Sometimes these things sound like kind of trite or cliche, but they do help. They genuinely do help. So hello, Kenny. Welcome to the stream. Um, and they give you ideas. Sometimes while running, that's when I get the ideas that excite me the most. So generally, just doing things that are healthy for you help a lot. Um, that'd be one of my biggest recommendations. But it sounds so weird for motivation, but I think everyone knows what inspires them. When it comes to just sitting down and working, though, you just gotta have to say, "This is what I'm doing today." My best hack that I found for motivation is this right here: putting on a stream and working. If you wanna really commit to just getting something done, put on a camera or sit around your friends and work. Because the social pressure to say I'm gonna do this thing and then you have to do it in front of people totally works 100% of the time for me at least. Um, I mean, obviously, I can get distracted or get lost in but it's still different than sitting alone in a room hoping that you come out with something you want. With the Voxwell making, I feel like I'm having to force myself to do it, or I won't make it at all. That is part of it. I certainly sometimes I'm working on commissions, and I would you get that feeling of like I don't want to do this right now, or I don't want to even be working. It's not about what I'm working on. It's just I just don't want to be working. Um, that's legit. It does exist. Uh, but you just that is an endurance thing. Think of it like an athlete, right? You're getting good at weathering that feeling. If you want to get to being able to do it very frequently, you're acclimating yourself to doing that. Um, Mesh face. Tries to quads. Not quite. Let's subdivide this once. Okay, I think this is how we're going to make the diamonds right here. Like that. Didn't you flame for this recently, but do you think references are required when making a character model? 100% yes. I do not take commissions without reference. I just won't do a commission if they don't have reference material. That is oh sorry, my internet's kind of pooping out. Get my make it connect. My internet's it's back. Okay, whatever. But yeah, I would not take work unless I for sure had uh good reference and the client knew exactly what they wanted. And I think even now for my own work, it's like I don't want to start doing something without a clear vision of where I want to end up because then I don't know where I am in that process. Like I wouldn't have any intuition like is this where I want to be? Is that where I want to be? You kind of miss out on that. So yes, I think reference is vital. Um, there's a weird idea that artists should be able to come up with everything from just inside their head. That is not how creativity works. That's just not how brains work, and that's not how creativity works. We're built to observe. All right, this one's a little too dense right there. We're going to back up, remove the extra layer I added. I think what I'll do instead is just bevel it. That. But yeah, don't listen to the haters. Get reference. Be specific about the reference. I think one thing that's been lost uh, in a lot of our education is imitating people, like tracing, really closely studying and understanding how someone put something together is a very powerful way to learn. You know, it's like back when I was a kid, it's like life drawing, fantastic way to learn. learn anatomy, and you're literally just looking at something and trying to make exactly what you're seeing. Um, Very powerful. And then when I was a kid, I would trace dinosaurs out of books, and that was like my intro to into art. Is like I think I just naturally got better at drawing because I didn't have to think about it while I was learning. I just sat down, saw an image I liked, and I moved my hand over that image enough that I could do it without without understand. I could transfer that knowledge to actually drawing, um, to drawing without tracing. You know what I mean. Anyway, I could go, but don't listen to the haters. Get good reference. Pinterest is great. If I'm ever coming up with a concept for a character or something, I pretty much always gather a chunk of images, um, chunk of inspiration, chart the goal I want to go down, and then explore it. It's more like establishing like the bounds of the space you want to explore. I want a little bit of this. I want a little bit of that. Indiana Jones plus vampires. Cool. I'm into that. That's what the images I'm going to gather. That's just an example. I don't know if that'd be a good concept. I'm sure someone could make it look really good. I'm gonna lurk for a bit and work on the model tab. Sounds good, Golden. Good luck on your work. I believe in you, and I look forward to seeing what you make. I probably could have done this with some sort of geometry nodes thing. I always think that, and then but geometry nodes though, I could. Then it's just too hard. I actually just cut it like this. That's easier. All right, getting close. Start at the bottom, work our way up. And if anyone has any other questions, please let me know. I love talking, and I can talk a lot more about this stuff. Trust me, I can keep talking. Bam. You just keep going. Almost there. Almost there. Face tracking is weird. Oh, you got your. Did you actually get the tracking set up now? Yeah, I'll need that update, Very exciting. Very exciting. Okay. Well, I am down. What do you think of the face tracking though? Do you feel seen? Too seen? I feel like you're somewhat less anonymous um with face tracking. A little bit on display, so to speak. Let's actually make a backup here. Clothing sculpt. Oops, I deleted too much. Bam. It's weird seeing each eye close at different rates because I was testing, but it's funny. My one Avi can detect if I puff up my cheeks. That's awesome. Yeah, it seems like the hey Edmund, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Let me know if you have any questions. Right now, we're making some pants for this cool cat above us. Um, let me know. Should you have any questions? Right now, we're working on like a jester outfit. Just remembered, Sam, did you see my DM about the horns? I did. I did, yes. So we'll definitely make sure to get the horns in. Bam. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so let's add another subdivision above. Simple. There's no difference between the two. Okay. So, all right. That looks really satisfying. Look at that. The normals are a little messed up, so let's see if we can counteract that with just some nice subdivisions. Perhaps undo one of those to it, turn it down, and put it below the solidify. That doesn't seem to do much. Cool, bro. I will see your work, Phrasey. Well, good. Yeah, we're gonna be doing another retopology session probably tomorrow and Monday. So, if you'd like to see how I do the retopology, we will be there soon. But yeah, right now we're just making very, very high poly work. It's a little intense right now. I think we can rip these. Well, maybe not. If I select the outer edges, boundary loops, and we crease them, and bevel them. And then I rip it. I guess we need a vertex crease. Okay, that's okay. Worth doing. Worth doing. Because then we can get them. They're a little separate there. Maybe. Oops, not that. Subdivision. Makes it a little bit thinner. Maybe. Yeah, we need a vertex crease and do that stuff. Close up those gaps. Honk honk. Okay. Yeah, because I don't like this mushy thing that's going on here. That does not appeal to me. All right, so I think to cheat this, I can do that. Vertex crease it and then rip them. No, gotta rip them one at a time. Let's turn off the last subdivision while I'm doing this. Please. Please. Why? Why is it so easy to do it to that guy? Okay, so do I need a vertex crease? Oh, gotcha. It's because it's already. I knew that. I knew that. I did not. Beautiful. Edmund, for sure, Alma top avatar. I'm studying to be 3D artist. Same problem with UD Topology in Academy. They force us to use Maya. For this course, I only continue to use Blender. Well, good, good. Well, I appreciate you saying you like Alma. I'm very pleased to hear that. I like that avatar a lot. One of my first to really kind of come together. Appreciate that. Thank you. Um, well, I wouldn't worry too much if you are looking to get into the industry. It may stink to you to learn Maya if you don't like it. But if you're going to work in some place like a VFX studio, you're going to end up learning a lot of different softwares. So I would treat it more like you're learning how to learn software quickly, and that has value on its own. Um, like it's all the same process. It's just learning how to deal with different interfaces and stuff. That can be very valuable. So I think you'll still kick butt. That's what I'm trying to say. Still be a butt kicker. Nice. Coming together. It's already 11:11. Man, the morning is going by so fast. Right. Almost there. Crease. Awesome. And then let's just look at the inside. Crease it. Boom. Oh, right here too. And boom. And then we gotta rip them. Sorry for my English, but I understand more software, more companies need our figure. Sorry for my English. You're totally fine. You're totally fine. I understand you. And I appreciate you asking questions. But yeah, I think yeah, if you're learning Maya, that's a good thing because it'll give you an edge, um, an advantage. It's not doing very well right here. This little spot's getting messed up. We need to just give it some attention. There. Oh, that's getting funny. Getting weird in there. Let's can't apply the shrink wrap yet. Okay. Well, I don't like how that looks. So we need to adjust both of these to be like right there. Yeah. Much better. Okay. I can live with that. I can live with that. All right, look at that beautiful pantaloons. That's gonna bake so well. I'm excited. I'm very excited. It's gonna look amazing. Okay, a few other things we need to add though. For where this attaches, we would like to include some sort of belt to just be like an attachment point. It's gonna feel weird without it. So we'll add in a circle of 8 with a subdivision. Thank you, Sky. Thank you. Animers, thank you. Hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're working on a suit, two outfits right now. But hello, hope you're having a good morning, Nammers. Time for clown. Or jester. It's a jester outfit. It's not a clown outfit. But good morning and hello. Double sorry if you want to see my works after stream, gordo.blend. I'll post a few works. Sometimes I don't want to publish, don't know why. That's normal, human nature. But if you type !Discord, you can go ahead and join Discord there. And you can feel free to paste or share your work in the Discord. Yeah. I probably won't get to it till lunch to look at it, but I'm excited to see. Let's turn off the retopology. I can't see what I'm doing. Can't see what I'm doing. There we go. And now we'll add a solidify. Boom. I'll make it pretty thick actually, because I want it to fill in any gaps here. And then we'll add as well a bevel, crease, bevel, bevelly on weight, and just a little, just a little bevel right there. Get those normals looking nice and crisp. Yeah, so Sam, I'll get the face stuff. Just send me a thing on a price just for those adjustments after stream, of course. Sounds good, Kai. I will definitely be taking a look and checking my schedule. I have some other edits for some other clients that I need to get done. So probably sometime at the worst, not next week, but the week after. But hopefully sometime next week to start that face tracking. Bada boom. Okay, that looks good. Let's get these under the belt. All right, let's make the belt a little bit thicker. Just want to close in those gaps. Okay. Look at that. Look at the clown outfit. Also interesting that you're making geometry for the pants design instead of texturing. Um, I'm basically making my mask for it. So when I get to the texturing, I'll be able to mask out that section of the geometry because I made it as geometry, which is very handy. So I keep finding goofs on my model that were invisible until I made the files public. No! Well, I know how that feels. I think with my commissions, pretty much every time I hand the avatar off to the client, there are always tweaks. There's always tweaks that need to happen afterwards. So perhaps it's just normal, just the fate of artists. Nice, very cool. I'm really enjoying how this looks. Let's see with the body. I'll switch to colored view. In fact, we should give these some colors. I guess we have that selection, so we'll make one material that is this color. And then I'll copy that, post it here, and then make a new material. 10. Bam, tab, invert, and assign. Have you watched Has Been Hotel yet? I've seen a lot of clips. I have not watched it yet though. I think the Radio Demon and Angel Dust are my favorite characters though. I can't say I particularly like the main character, but maybe that's the point? Question mark. Not entirely sure about that, but um, But it's fun. It was a fun show. It's nice to see more uh, adult oriented animation where it's not pulling any punches or anything like that. That's very fun. It's really good. Worth the 5 years of production. Wow, 5 years. Has it really been 5 years? My goodness, that kind of blows my mind actually. Makes me feel old. Yes, same. All right, send it, bro. Oh, perfect. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Heck yeah, noise. Very cool. I like the plastic wings here. These look cool. Very cool. Let's go, Edmund. Nice work. Very cool. Jikai. I mean, you're definitely getting the hang of Blender. But noise. Noise. Is that a cigarette? Don't think that's a cigarette. Sent my current whip. Let's check it out. Ooh. Hey, that's awesome. Very cool. Love the little radio Wi-Fi. Very cool. Very stylized. I like that as well. I only save money for dinner. I would watch Hasbin, but I'm quite against anything with Prime in it since it costs money and I'm poor. Well, thank you, Kai. This is awesome, though. Great work, Golden. I love the little stylized line here. Very cool. Great work, you guys. Thank you for sharing. Everyone's kicking so much butt lately. Bunch of butt kickers in here. Bunch of butt kickers. All right, we're gonna make these diamonds here. Doop. Me casually eating lunch and buying fidget toys because my hands won't stay still. Good. It's so weird that screen space reflection makes us terrifying like eyeballs. It doesn't have that. It's not actually part of the the mask or the eyes. It's just the combination of them makes this this really scary face. This model is kicking more butt than I am. The one you're working on? Where'd my diamond go? There it is. I think that's the right spot. Something like that. And then we'll slap a shrink wrap, point it to this, get a subdivision, put it above, simple. And then add a solidify. And the shrink wrap we want to set to project. Like, so it'll line up that way. And lastly, hit it with the mirror mod. Mirror, 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 mirror. They're lower and scaled a bit like this. And lastly, thinner. Hurts a bunch. I was lazy at the start, so there's a bunch of imperfections I need to fix. That's just how it goes. The nature of 3D work. But you should be proud of the work you've accomplished. Excuse me. All right, I think it's a good amount of work. What's next? I'd like to get a little bit of sculpting done on our uh, cuff here. So I'll turn up the subdivisions, apply that, and we're going to go in with some sculpting. Just give it a little bit of wrinklage. Hey, Edmund, thank you for the subscription. Much, much appreciated. Thank you so much, and welcome. Welcome. Appreciate you sharing your work and hanging out. And definitely let me know if you have any other questions. Love to see what you make. Boom. Boom. That. Button. Button. All right. This looks odd. I'm gonna indent it. Much better. Hurts a bunch, but I was lazy at the start. Gotcha. I read that. I think we're getting pretty close to done with this. My guess is there's also stars on the back. So I'm gonna duplicate this, move it this way, and separate, or actually not separate. Just switch the projection to project, tangent normal project. No, I like the other way. This is better. Then I could just simply do that. Should line up a bit better. There we go. Not as bad. I respect you. Respect for real your work. Thank you. You're doing good. You look like a kind person. I can't wait to see the retopology tutorials. Haha. Well, thank you, Edmund. Much appreciated. So is this creature? This is the incarnation of fun, also known as Era. Right here, species, astral birth, born from the stones. Um, for sure, if I have questions, I will write on Discord. Sounds good, Edmund. Sounds good. But now what we can do right now, I have the mirror on. I think that I can apply the mirror, take this side and separate it. so that we can get this one with the correct material. All right, pretty close to what we want. The shoes, again, just have this little tuft, and other than that, they're quite simple. I don't think there's too much more to add for the shoes. They feel correct. All right, let's work on the suit. All right, suit time. Excuse me. Does it have a face instead of a mask? Yes. Yes. He's got a face. He's a handsome fellow. And we're going to go for a face like this. So this will be kind of the look towards the end. What if I have suits? Yeah, we have those two outfits. Yeah, see, we've got the other outfit right there. Sort of like a cat. Yeah, I definitely there's a cat feline aspects to it. So clean. Oh, thank you, thank you. And we're gonna add these little horns here too. Just two little horns. But for now, suit. Suit time. I think. What if I put that there? Then I can select this and crease it. Crease this. Not quite what I want. Not quite. Okay, so keep them together, and then apply the mirror, then apply subdivision, and I think I'm going to get rid of the kind of that one. This one, and just turn up this subdivision. So we got enough resolution. His suit is designed like bezels from Chicken Nugget. I'm not familiar with Chico Nugget. Chinuggy. Delicious chicken nugget. All right, let's get some sculpting. I'm going to turn off the body while we're doing this because I don't want to see it. I'll turn off the solidify too. One more subdivision, just not quite enough resolution. That looks good. A little bit sharper. Nice. Just smooth that out just a little. Beautiful. Okay. And then generally, wrinkles kind of go this way. That one looked a little rough, so we'll come back to that. Bam. little nicer. A little nicer. I got a Sunday diner on a Thursday. Sunday dinner. If you try to animate, how do you attach the body? Um, so with Blender, it's all armatures. So when you make a character and you want to attach it, you attach it to a skeleton or armature. That's what they're known as. Um, but that'll be after we retopologize the character and make a simpler version. I mean, you can attach sculptures to models or to armatures just fine. They'll just be a little slower. Is all. And it's not something you can really bring into a game, which is the goal. We're going to bring this into VRChat. Do you only make models for VRC or do you do some for render too? I have done a little bit of rendering in Blender. My main goal with doing this work was initially to get into making um, animations for myself. Um, so I've done a little bit of experimentation with that, and I still think VR is the way to go for me for this. So, for example, I had this animation I did where I took one of my avatars, did some motion capture, and then brought that motion capture into Blender, and so we could render out the whole animation. It came out super quick, super well, um, and it was enjoyable. It was very fun. But most all of my commissions, for the most part, are for VRChat. So the work I do for clients is definitely VRChat related. In the past, I might work for some people who have other projects that they're doing, but now it's all VRChat, and I love it. Yeah, if you're yeah for sure with armature, I know the suit becomes a body, or you have body and suits. Yeah, we'll combine them all towards the end, but we'll probably use the we'll transfer the weights. So I'll just rig the body and then transfer the weights over because it's cheating. When you get to indie animation studio like Glitch, interesting. Is that the Hasbin uh, company? That's definitely a good goal. Animation's gonna probably see a lot of love over the next few years. I think just as more indie studios, Digital Circus and Murder Drones. Okay, heck yeah, I did a murder drone avatar in the past. People really liked that. I couldn't sell it, but people really wanted to buy it. But I felt a little weird selling it, so I did not do that. No, no, you're totally fine. Uh, you're fine, Edmund. You are doing a-okay. Yeah, yeah, it's on my Sketchfab actually. Sketchfab here. Yeah, it's 35.2, and then the next popular one's 3K. um, I'm from California. I grew up in California, but I live in Texas, so United States. Um, here's the murder drone guy. Came out pretty well. Look at his tiny little mouth. Ugh. That was before I. It's amazing looking back on this, just going like I've learned so much since then. Yeah, little T pose, fun stuff. Wait, no way, Lamo. I think I use that as reference to make my own. Well, cool. That makes me feel good. Yeah, that's my murder drone one. If you'd like, check it out. I'll paste my super swag. What about you, Edmund? Where are you from? Where are you from? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, Golden. Rome. Oh, very cool. Italy. That's like one of my number one places to visit. It looks beautiful. Looks like a beautiful, beautiful country. I use a Boolean mouth rig though, not a Boolean mouth rig. Interesting. So you cut out the shape on the character. So I'm assuming that was for a Blender that you were doing that then. Renders, yeah. Okay, perfect. Interesting. That's very cool. That's a smart way to do it because you can get a lot of interesting shapes you wouldn't be able to otherwise. Hello, Wendy. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Can't get my head around Unity, so no point mumbling for it. It's not too bad. Obviously there's some big gripes with it, but I think if you can figure out how to do that stuff in Blender with some time and patience, you could do it. You could make Unity work for you. Usually I use the topology with uh eye on the cube for face, one on the cube for face, but more times I just extrude faces. Interesting. Just like normal box modeling. I'm a man who lacks patience. Well, with time, perhaps you'll find a platform that works with you a little bit better. Unity may just not be it for you, but game engines are a lot of fun. You actually can use Blender as a game engine. Um, I haven't seen anyone make any VR games with it, but I've seen that people use it for other stuff. Classy and sassy. Hey, Thorn, welcome back. Welcome back. Bam. Unity was terrifying for me at first. For real, VR game with Blender, yeah, yeah, it's possible. It's a UBGE something like that. Blender. But yeah, Blender. Make games from start to finish without ever leaving Blender. So I will paste that there. I don't know if it's easier. I don't know if it's easier, but you can do geometry nodes. So I save all the game engine stuff to my friend. I don't want to lay a finger on it. Well, the problem is you may not know it, but you're already in it, in it to win it. It's all an engine on some level. You best be believing in fairy tales. You're in one. Hello, Indy. Well, or Wendy. Yeah, it is very interesting. I like it a lot. I'm more into 2D, 2.5D games, to be honest. I think you could it's all the same. 2.5D is the same as 3D. It's just you just create certain constraints and it all works under that. Find it sucks can't transfer shader nodes from Blender to game engines. I don't disagree with you there. It's so dumb. It's just too expensive. Those nodes are way too expensive. Um, if only you can bake stuff. You can always bake them out. That's pretty much as close as you're going to be able to get. I think that looks pretty good. Keep it stylized. You can bake out your shaders. You can't bake out like animations or special effects, but you can always uh, bake a material into an image. So if you have like a tiling cobblestone texture, you can do albedo, diffuse, normals, stuff like that. Um, yeah, if you look up Blender material baking, you'll find something for that. VN's A Thorn visual novels. Echo fan. Bam. There we go. That looks nice. One D games when? What would a 1D game be? I mean, I guess no, one D game sound be a music game. An audio podcast, technically that's one dimensional, linear at least. But I don't know. Maybe that's not. That's hard to say. Depends on how you define one dimension. Too many wrinkles. Just want one clean one here. Just a dot that only moves on one axis. All right, I think that works pretty well. What we'll do now is take the middle. What? That should not be connected. Uh-oh. It merged there. Uh-oh. That's okay. We can still do what we want to do, which is take these edges here. Cut them. Actually, first bevel them. With percent. Right about there. Switch to edge view, subtract, and 0.60x. That. And we get a nice little edge along the whole leg. Interesting choice of selection. I want to cut the pants in half, but I messed it up a little bit. The writing in some games is pretty one-dimensional. You're not wrong. There are no Twitch chat over there on YouTube. Yeah, you gotta see what people are. Oh, maybe I'll need to make it so it's easier to read. Ugh. Where's the loaf? She is sleeping. She's sleeping. It's a rainy day. She'll probably sleep the whole day. Once there's a light drizzle, she's done. She's done so. Rain makes you sleepy as well. Yes, it's a good time for naps. I feel like the cuff should be a little sharper. Don't quite like it. Let me back up to we have the subdivision. I think we'll make this sharper. And this one. See it with the body really quick. Still a little too thick. Yeah, that's nicer. Sharp. Crisp. Can you crease it? I did. I did crease it. I have to work for the rest of the day. Catch you later, Sam. Enjoy your day, Sky. Good luck at work. Have a nice day. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. I miss my loaf. They're awfully round. That's the best part of cats. Pudge wudges. They're pudge wudges. Oh, actually, she's yelling now. She's yelling now. Do you know what's talking about you? Do you know what's talking about you? Big loaf. Big loaf. Say hi. Say hi. Stinky. Stinky. Oh, my hip. Loaf. Eat, baby. What? Window. Want to go in the window? She can sit at the window. Now, here's a real question. I'm ready. How many hours do I have on VRC? Not as many as you'd expect. I have about 500 hours. 500 hours. So I usually, if you counted the Blender time, if you counted the time I make stuff for Blender, then it would be an ungodly amount. But why does she need that much sunlight? Yeah, I know. What the heck? It just looks bright on the camera. But giggles in 1.6K hours. Yeah, I'm a little lazy when it comes to grinding on VRChat. You know, it's hard because it's always like a toss up between do I play VRChat or do I make things? And I usually end up making things. I got 60 hours. Lamo VR hurts my eyes. Uh, hopefully some of the newer headsets fix that. I'm hoping for better headsets when it comes to getting the eyes better. I have 2.1K hours in Genshin. Genshin. Weeb! Weeb alert! No, I'm just kidding. I've never played it. It looks fun. It looks fun. Isn't that like a gotcha game, basically? I've been grinding since COVID. Become plant. I mean, that's what I say. Cats are just basically dogs mixed with plants. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm gonna sink it in there, and it's just gonna be the wedge for all of these. I'm up to a few years in. Wow. Okay. Okay. I gotcha. Open world exploration game. I got full body for VR. Congrats. That's awesome. Just so I could sit and lay down more. The true VR experience. You just need a beanbag now if you don't have one already. I think my most used application would be Blender with around 685 hours. Man, I've been doing, let's see, how many years workday? So 40, 40 times 4 times 12 times 5. I'm almost at 10,000 hours the last few years. Sorry, that's not like a comparison. I was just curious to figure out that number for myself as well. Um, um, good morning, Goo. Hello. You've already got so much done. Yes, yes. We're working on a suit. We've got a gesture outfit as well. Getting things done. Should be basically done with the high poly clothing now. My most used app software is Procreate on my iPad. Nice. I need a beanbag so I can chill and get high with my gummy buddy who's always stoned on the bag of beans. I live in the bag. Live in the bag. The bean bag. Yeah, I think beanbags on my high on my list to get. I got these rounded unfolding chairs, and they're actually super comfortable. What a pro! Oh, thank you. Let's talk about the beanbag. Yeah. My couch is just out of reach of the cord. Well, that's why I like the Quest Pro, because it's like I can just go and walk around my house right now. You know, you see all the people in Vision, Apple Vision, like walking around, like, oh, I can walk around the subway and stuff. It's like, bitch, I could do that with a Quest. Oh, sorry, I said Quest Pro. I meant Quest. Uh, which one do I have? Quest 2. Oh, he looks so fancy. He looks so fancy. I think we could do with a little bit of more thickness on the bottom there. Maybe what we'll do is just flare it out a little, just very slightly. That'll give a little bit of pizzazz. My eyeball. I'm the type of person who would curl up like a cat in a beanbag and sleep. Puss crow. Puss crow. Classy and sassy. I'm struggling, okay? I'm struggling. I guess these actually kind of curve into spots over here, so we'll crease this. Just kind of move it into the collar. Boom. Give it a little bit of bump. And add a little more thickness. Because I want that nice edge. I want that nice edge. All right, y'all. It is noon, so I think it is time for me to take lunch. Because I am feeling peckish, and it's time to eat. But we made some good progress. I mean, look how quickly we put those suits together, those outfits together. It looks great. Still more work to be done, but isn't that how it always goes? Gesture outfit looks dope. All right. Show us the outfits. Slay, slay, slay. Heck yes. Oh, also we added we got the tail for the character added. So this is the Nardogan tail, but it looks pretty dope as well. So full all together, all of the hitting all the buttons at once. I think it's gonna look pretty epic. I'm not dying to tell all of your fans, including me, get to play with you some VRChat. All right, well, I'll hold that off for 80 years from now, so you live forever. Have a good lunch. Holy moly, that's tail. It is indeed a tail. It's quite a tail. Oh, also suit. Fancy. Okay, y'all. I'm running to get some food. My cat's also running around. I don't know why, but I'll see you all in just a little bit. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning. And if you're new here, definitely hit that follow and subscribe because I will be back in today in just an hour and a half. I'm just going to get some food. So see you all in just a little bit. Nammers, Golden Thorn, Goo, Windy. There's a little too many people to shout out, but much love to all of you. Arctic, Era, anyone else that is lurking. Hope you all have an amazing day. We'll see you very soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.